All right. All righty, righty. Let me just get this out um, real quick. Lot to talk about with this episode, guys. I thought it was a really, really good episode. Um, Calm before the storm. So let me just get this out. Let's see. Just do that. All right, let me just read this out. Out. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna go get a drink real quick. Let me just go and grab a drink, and then we can kind of start talking about everything from this episode that I liked, and we'll just recap pretty much the episode. I'll be right back. All right. So welcome to the stream. Post your comments down below, and we can start talking about this episode. I thought this was a really good episode. You had a lot there. They're celebrating their last night before everything that's about to go down at Winterfell with the White Walkers, but you had some great scenes with Arya, obviously Arya and Gendry making love, which was kind of interesting. It's kind of weird. I mean, I expected them to kind of be close to one another and them kind of wanting, comfort in one another and all that stuff. But I didn't expect that per se. We got great dialogue with finally Jon telling Dany about telling her the truth about him being a Targaryen. I thought that was really nice, really nicely done. I think Kit Harington is a fantastic actor, by the way. I think the dude can just act. He's a natural at it. The Hound and Arya, they had a really nice scene together. It was really great seeing them back and talking with one another, collaborating. And so it had some really nice scenes. The little circle, Brienne getting knighted, which was long overdue in my opinion, which was really awesome to see. So I thought it was a fantastic episode. I think people are probably just starting to get done with the episode now. So once you join in, post your comments down below what you think. We can start the chat. Give me a second here. I'm going to just do something real quick. But yeah, I thought it was a very, very good episode. Not as good as last week's, but I did like this episode quite a bit. Let's see. Hello, what's going on? Hey, what's up, A Circus? What did you think of the episode tonight? Let me know, man. Everything's going good. Just watched the episode and yeah, what more can I say? I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was pretty solid. Really looking forward to next week though. I'm not going to lie. Next week's episode is going to be amazing. So, what'd you think, A Circus? Let me know. But yeah, there was some really good dialogue in this episode. Tyrion, one thing that bothers me is Daenerys talking to Tyrion in the way that she does, and how she thinks that Tyrion is an idiot. Tyrion is not stupid. Okay, Tyrion knows what he's doing. Yes, he's made mistakes, but so hasn't she. She's made a lot of them, and hers are a lot more. I think they're gonna bite her in the long run because of how power hungry she is. But yeah, guys, let's talk it up in the chat. What'd you guys think of the episode? Good episode, solid, but the plot didn't really advance. I agree with that, A Circus. I think the reason why I like this episode was because it's kind of calm before the storm, because we know next week's episode, it's going to be heavy. There's a lot of death is going to happen. And so it's really nice to kind of see what each character wants for their final night, possibly alive. And it was kind of interesting to see the way that certain characters were spending time together. Theon and Sansa were spending a lot of time together. Arya and Gendry, like, wow, okay, that happened. And I really liked the whole circle with Jaime, Brienne of Tarth. You have Sir Devos. Episode was like Game of Thrones friend reunion. Yeah, it kind of was. I'm not going to lie, A Circus. You got a point. It kind of was like that. We got a great scene with the Hound and Arya, which they have amazing chemistry. I love the Hound so much. I love when he's on screen with Arya because it's always one of my favorite sequences in the show, just because of the dialogue that they have, the relationship that they have for one another. I just thought that was really cool. And we found out that Arya wanted a stick, one of those sticks that she used in the Faceless house, in the Black and White house. So that was really cool. So we finally got a chance to see what she wanted. It was kind of like a dual spear stick, which was really cool. So she'll probably destroy some White Walkers with that. We also had, Bran and Jaime. They had a really nice conversation where Bran says he's not mad at Jaime. He's not angry with anybody. Yeah, she got the stick in the episode. LOL. Yeah, she did, which I thought was kind of cool. And it kind of harkens back to what we've seen in the past, because a lot of questions last week that I got was, what do you think the weapon is? What do you think the weapon is? And I was even questioning that myself. But, we find out that it's similar to the stick that she had at the Black and White house. However, it's got two spearheads at the end of it. So it's going to be a killing machine. She gets two stick. Yeah. Two-sided spear. I don't know why I keep saying sphere like circle. But I thought this episode, it wasn't my favorite. I'm not going to say it was my favorite, but Johnny Boy, I'm so disappointed. Really, Johnny Boy, what made you disappointed by the episode? Are you looking for heavy action? Because I'm really looking forward to that. Not talking about that, bro. Oh, I get you, A Circus. That's a good one. That was over my head, but now I got you. Yeah. It was, I was expecting her and Gendry to kind of, get it on, but I wasn't expecting it like anytime soon. I know that they have like feelings for one another, but I don't know. It's kind of weird, but nothing happened. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think next week there's going to be such heavy action. Man, it's going to be, I feel like too much might be going on next week. We already knew everything in these first two episodes before the season even started. Interesting. I didn't think about it that way. I think it's more about like characters understanding it because we know as the audience, but it's a different playing field when we're talking about the characters and their understanding of the situation and their understanding of kind of what's going on in this world. I think one of the best scenes that showcased that was, the Daenerys and Jon Snow, talking about how Jon finally reveals to her, hey, I'm a Targaryen. So yes, I was like, WTF, what is going on? Should I even watch this? Yeah, it was weird. It was weird, Circus. I mean, it didn't bother me per se, but it was just different. Because for me, Arya's character has never been about that type of thing. She's more kind of been like, I'm just a killer. I love she has like the thirst for blood. And so to see her kind of swing it a little differently, I mean, it's nice because it's a different pace for the character, but it is a little weird. It's a little wonky at times. I think Maisie Williams is like 22 or 21 or something. And she doesn't look it at all. She's really tiny. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I still think of her as a little girl. So to see that was gross to me. I mean, Johnny boy. I mean, I agree. It's weird. It was just weird. But I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? One thing I've known with this show is they don't hold back. So. One thing that kind of made me a little invested and interested is, what? I'm starting to think to myself, like, what is going to happen with Sansa and Theon? Because they were kind of looking at each other, Sansa's kind of always seen him as like a brother, but I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. They were kind of giving each other the googly eyes a little bit. I'm looking forward to see her reaction to the Walkers. She seems too confident about them. Yeah, she does. That's one of the biggest downfalls for Arya. She thinks that she can pretty much kill anybody, but we'll see. They spent the last 2 seasons rallying the troops and Coveney, getting everyone to fight together or else they'll die. But this episode, it seemed like everyone accepted that they're going to die. Eesh. Yeah, you're right, Blind Archer. You are. I think the only person who, to me, seems like they're pretty sure that they're not going to die is Daenerys. And Daenerys has really pissed me off this episode. Convincing. Okay, thanks, Blind Archer. Yeah, Daenerys just really, really pissed me off this episode. I felt like she was just, I don't know. She was insulting Tyrion. And then 2, my biggest problem with her is, you could tell that now there's going to be some tension between her and Jon because she's jealous, knowing that Jon is truly the heir to the throne. So I don't know. Daenerys she pisses me off, and I kind of want her to stay in her lane a little bit. Chewbacca, what's up? Chewbacca, how are you? What'd you think of tonight's episode? Let me know. Why? Circus, why? I know it's probably something that I said earlier, but could you just can you tell me what your question is supposed to the full question, I guess? Because I literally keep forgetting, man. I have such a horrible memory. Somebody from your chat last week was pretty spot on about this episode being more set up and having a cliffhanger. Yeah, I mean, there was quite a few people last week that chimed in on the chat. I don't remember specifically, but yeah, Johnny boy, that's cool. Yeah, there was a lot of people that had made some really good points last week. Danny pissed me off beyond belief this episode. She's absolutely going down the path of the Mad King. She is. And you know what? I really want to see her die. I want to see her die. Her whole thing with Tyrion and you make mistakes. It's and you're freaking perfect. How many people have you killed? How many? And how many people have you gotten killed because of the things that you do? So, to me, Danny she's gotten to the point where I want her dead. She's so annoying at this point, and I just can't stand her character anymore. Now there's going to, I love Jon. And now that Jon reveals to her and is honest with her, like I told you guys last week, I know he's going to be honest because that's the type of person he is. And she's you could tell in her face, she's like, now there's gonna be a battle between us. Now, like, you're my enemy. And it's like, come on. He doesn't even want the Iron Throne. And why can't you just get married? I mean, you love each other anyway. Yeah, no problem. I was asking why Danny pissed you off. Yeah, I understand that, Circus. Bran is also strange because when he was talking to Jaime about what happens afterwards, and he said, "How do you know there's an after?" So I think Jaime is gone soon. Ooh, Blind Archer, that's a really good assessment. I do think Jaime could die. I think there's a very strong possibility he'll die. I think it's pretty interesting. When I got out of that too is I got like Bran was basically saying like, hey, look, I don't even know if there's an after. I haven't seen it yet because I think he can only see the past and the present. So I think it's more of kind of like insight too for him. I'm watching right now. I'll be back in 40. Awesome, MP Dagger. We'll see you then. Come on. She's not bad with Sansa. No, she's not bad, Circus. Like, Danny's not bad with Sansa, but by the way, let me just point this out. I really like Sansa. I really like Sansa. I don't know what it is. What she said to Danny took a lot of guts. And where she's like, what about the North? We don't bend the knee. And I loved that. So I really like Sansa, actually. I think Sansa's playing the game, and she's playing it really well. He's obviously not a threat to her. He doesn't even want to be king of the North. Why would he want to be king of the Seven Kingdoms? I know, Chewbacca. I see. That's why I don't understand about Danny. Is she just drives me nuts. Everybody is her enemy. Whoever is in front of her, and whoever's even a possibility of sitting on the Iron Throne, they're an enemy to her. So I think she could die. I think she will die. I don't think she'll sit on the Iron Throne at the end of it, but who knows? Think about the story of Azor Ahai. Yeah, Johnny. I heard a lot. Yeah. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I could see Jaime dying and Bran being near enough to see it, and maybe finally they'll kiss as he's dying. Haha, who knows? I wouldn't doubt it. I think my only concern with that, and I totally ship Jaime and Bran, but I kind of don't want to see them get together because, to me, Jaime has done a lot of stuff that to me is kind of just like to the point of it's very difficult for me to see somebody like him, be with somebody who's been as loyal and as, honest and earnest as Bran of Tarth. And so I really don't want to see that, to be quite honest. But who knows? It could happen. That's all I'm saying. Speculation. Yeah. No King's Landing in the episode. Yeah. I was kind of surprised about that too, to be honest. But I guess, everything is leading up to next week's episode, Battle of Winterfell, which is going to be amazing. Avengers Endgame and Battle for Winterfell. I mean, oh my gosh, what a weekend. I can't wait. So I hope you guys are super excited about that too. If you guys are into, Marvel movies and stuff, but it's going to be such an amazing weekend. And, King's Landing, there's not really a lot to tell right now. I feel like once we get past this White Walker stuff, because I heard something pretty interesting. Somebody that I follow, they were saying they think that the White Walker saga of this story is going to end next week. And that could very well be because, I mean, the White Walkers have always kind of been a side story in this entire series. So it could end next week. And then after that, then it's all about King's Landing and, getting there. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think the Night King is going to win, to be honest. But there's going to be a lot of destruction. A lot of people are going to die. The only ones, I don't even feel certain about the people in the crypts, to be honest. I really don't. And that scares me because Tyrion is in the crypts. So yeah. Oh, one really cool thing that I want to talk about. Lady Mormont, man. Woo, she's awesome. How she wants to, battle. She wants to fight. And I love how Jorah's like, no, we need you to, you could be the last surviving member of the Mormont family. We need you. And she's like, I want to fight. I love that little girl, man. She's so good. Just question, this episode was like an hour. There are 4 episodes left. They length 1 hour and 20. Yeah, A Circus, I'm pretty sure this is the last hour-long episode. I think after this, every episode's like an hour and a half. I know next week's is for sure. I don't know about the last episode, though. I think the last episode is like 80 minutes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that this is like the last hour-long episode. But hey, if I'm wrong, comment down below. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I don't know. I haven't seen the list in like a while. It's been a few weeks, so I could be wrong. But last time I checked, I'm pretty sure that they were all like 80 minutes from episode 3 to the end. So it's sad. We have 4 episodes left, but you know what? We get 320 minutes of Game of Thrones. That's a lot. So I'm looking forward to that. We get like another 6 hours of Game of Thrones. So that's really cool. Dany's whole claim to the throne was that she was the true heir, so she should step aside or else it reveals she's been out for power. Now, not what's right. Then all of her followers will look at her funny. Yeah, her claim to the throne, I mean, it's just about as good as Gendry, Baratheon's claim to the throne. And I like Gendry. I'm not trying to, brag on Gendry or anything like that, but Gendry doesn't really have a strong claim to the Iron Throne. Neither does Cersei, obviously. But it's going to be very interesting. I think Dany should step aside. I don't think she's a very good leader. And I don't know, what? Seeing how Jon reacted this episode, I don't know if Jon's going to step out of the way. And I'm not saying Jon wants the throne, but Jon is very much about, honor. And, part of that honor is making sure that he follows, what he needs to do. So it's going to be very interesting. I was surprised to see Sansa's reaction to seeing Theon. I didn't expect her to cry like that. I kind of did, Chewbacca. I kind of did, it's because Theon really helped her and he saved her really from Ramsay. And so, I wasn't very surprised by it. I actually really liked it. And I think this is just me. I'm not saying Theon has completely redeemed himself, but to me, he's redeemed himself. Like I'm okay with Theon now. This episode was more like a goodbye to characters we've grown to love. Ooh, yeah, Chewbacca. I didn't even think about that. Good point. Yeah, it was. It really was. What did you think about that Arya scene? I talked about it a little bit. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. I didn't expect it to happen, to be honest. But I don't know. Maisie Williams has always been one of those people that's kind of like, she's older, and so I don't know, a lot of her movies nowadays are like a lot, more risque. So I don't know. It was weird. Well, Gendry was a bastard unless he's the dark-haired baby Cersei gave away and he survived his sickness. I don't think so. Blind Archer. And he was a bastard. He was a bastard. I mean, if he is Cersei's kid, holy crap. I mean, I don't know that. Wow, you just blew my mind. But I don't think so. During the episode, the moment Bren became a knight, I bet everyone watching it smiled. I did. This moment was so kind. Yes, A Circus. I had a huge smile on my face. I clapped before everyone else did in the actual scene. Like, I was so happy. Brienne of Tarth, she deserves it. She is the most loyal and the most noble person. She is more of a knight than anybody else in the show. So I was really happy to see that. She finally got her due. And that was such a beautiful scene. I think it was also beautiful because it was Jaime who knighted her, because she has feelings for Jaime. So I like that a lot. I would love to see Dany die just as she thinks she's getting the throne. Oh, Chewbacca. Oh, that's dark. Yeah, I mean, that'd be satisfying. I don't hate her as much as like Cersei, but with Cersei, I understand Cersei more than I do Dany, which is kind of sad, to be honest. Dany became an intolerable character to me ever since season 7 when she chose not to help out Jon Snow. Yeah, I agree. I agree. To me, season 7 for you, for me, it was like season 6. I kind of started getting tired of her in season 6. Because one thing about this episode that really bothered me was there was a certain line where she's talking to, I think Sansa. I think she's talking to Sansa, and she's like, "The only goal I've ever had my entire life is to be on the Iron Throne." I'm like, bull crap. That is such BS. That is so not true. Because if so, then why in the first season, why were you this guinea pig, this little wimpy like rat the entire season? Why didn't you stand up for yourself? Your brother was a scumbag. He was a terrible person, and you just kind of cowered the entire time. So to me, I was kind of like, that's, I didn't really like that part. I was like, that's a little bad writing, but whatever. Arya is like watching celebs dating Ariana Grande. I don't care how old she really is. She's 13. Yeah, you're not wrong, Blind Archer. It is weird because to me, she's still really young too, but I mean, she's a woman. I don't know. It's different for us because we watched her when she was younger. So it is different. I understand where you're coming from, Blind Archer. It is very different. They're preparing for battle, getting chills. Yeah, MP Dagger. Just keep watching the episode, man. Dude, it's good. Cool live chat. Glad I stumbled upon it. Jon Snow. Hey, you are the heir to the Iron Throne. Welcome to the live chat, man. Happy you're here. Let me know. Are you going to kill Daenerys? I'm just kidding. I don't think you will, but I'd love it if you did. This scene is kind of the reward for her. Her goal is to be recognized as a noble knight as much as a man. She did it. The scene was so symbolic. The world smiled at the same time. Yes, I agree. It was such a beautiful scene. Probably my favorite scene in the entire episode. If I had to pick one scene in particular, this one. I also really like the scene with Jaime and Tyrion as they're sitting down before the whole circle starts. Which is really nice because it reminds me of kind of like, when I'm hanging out with my friends and we're sitting all in a circle and we're like, hey, let's talk about a story back in the day. But I liked it. I liked the scene with Tyrion and Jaime because it was just such a cool scene. Tyrion, his only friend ever was Jaime. Jaime was the only person who ever cared about him in the family. And I love how Tyrion's like, yeah, I wish father was here. I was like, I laughed so hard. I was like, and that was cool. I like that a lot. Honestly, it's like Sansa and Daenerys totally switched places on my scale of hatred in the entire series. I went from hating Sansa to liking and liking Dany to hating her. Ooh, I agree. 100%. Completely agree with you. Sansa has gone through a lot of crap, dealing with Ramsay Bolton, all that horrible stuff. I mean, he was such a scumbag, but she's been a fighter through all of it. And I feel like Sansa's been the one who has really taken the most crap in this entire show. And I flipped as well. Like, I didn't like Sansa at all. I was like, oh, Sansa's so annoying. 2 seasons ago, I was like, man, Sansa, you're so annoying. Like, I understand you have problems with Ramsay, but it was after the Battle of the Bastards where I was like, oh, Sansa is just really pissing me off. The way she would talk to Jon Snow, but now I really like her. I feel like she's playing the game really well, and she understands how it works. So that's the one thing Cersei ever taught her was how to play the game. Dany is super jelly. I just want her to die already. Yeah, I agree, Brandon Markert. I agree, man. I completely agree. OJ Mo, it was good to see Arya and Gendry show affection towards each other, but that scene was unnecessary in my opinion. Yeah, I've talked about it. It was weird, but whatever. I don't know. It was one of those things where it was just kind of like, is this really going to happen? Because when I was watching, I was like, are they really going to go this route? Because I was like, there's no way. And they did. And I was like, what the frick? I understand, man. It was weird. It was really weird. And unnecessary. Yeah, I agree. The Blind Archer. I think the Targaryen and Dany is slowly coming out. They've all been power crashes. She was supposed to be different. Not really. Yeah, I agree, man. I think it's been kind of coming out ever since Khal Drogo died. Because she feels like after her brother died and everything, she's like, well, now I'm the heir. Like, it's mine. And I don't feel like she's earned it, to be honest. Anybody can say, oh, I'm the heir to this, I'm the heir to that. But you got to start making some actual good decisions. And the only good decision she's ever made, and I'm being completely honest, and I am biased. If you guys weren't here last week, I've told everyone in the live stream last week, I am a huge fan of Tyrion. He's my favorite character, and he should be sitting on the Iron Throne at the end. But the only good decision she ever made is when Tyrion was the Hand. I'm being honest. But it's Game of Thrones, so expect the unexpected. Haha. Yeah, I agree, OJ Mo. They've always gone above and beyond. Where one of the hardest scenes to ever watch in this show is Prince Oberyn's death. That was crazy. I love Pedro Pascal too. Amazing actor. I cannot wait for The Mandalorian. He looks so good. He looks like he's going to be really good in the role. And I knew he was going to die. I figured he was going to die because he was just showboating. And he would have won. He won, but because he showboated, he died. And when they showed like his head actually like popping, I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm okay with violence and stuff, but I was like, wow, that is a lot. But yeah, Crazies, damn autocorrect. Yeah, I got what you're saying, Blind Archer. She's become so selfish. Completely agree. She's super selfish. What if Dany becomes the Mad Queen and becomes the villain like her father, and would be lit? Ooh. What if Cersei dies quick? What if Cersei, in episode 4 dies? She dies. Somebody kills her real quick, and then then Dany steps in power, and then you got to stop her. Ooh, wow. A circus. I like that. I like that idea. History repeating itself. Yeah, it is. And what I love too is where she's telling Jaime, "You killed my father," and it's like, well, your father was a horrible person. So I'm not going to support all the things Jaime has done, but come on, your father was a horrible, horrible person. So to me, it was just it's ridiculous. It's like, you don't even like your father. History. Oh, sorry. I already read that. And Jaime stabs her in the back. I wouldn't want to see Jaime kill Dany though. Maybe Cersei. If you're talking about Cersei, yes. Oh yes. But I think Tyrion should get the opportunity to kill Cersei more so. But if he killed Daenerys, I wouldn't be happy with that. Like, I think it should be somebody, whether it be Arya or Sansa, or assuming that they're still alive after this next episode. What about Grey Worm? No, I'm just kidding. He wouldn't do it. Oberyn was such a good character. I loved House Martell. Such a good house too. Where is what's her name? Oh, Elisa. I don't know what her first name is. The Sand Woman. Oberyn's wife. Where is she? Like, we saw her get, captured by Euron and all them last episode. Then he brought her to Cersei, but we haven't seen her since. I don't even know. Yeah, maybe she just died. I don't know. Tormund is 100% my favorite. I love Tormund. Oh man, he has some great lines. The big woman here. I love it. And how he just has like he is like in love with Brienne of Tarth. It reminded me of the episode when he's talking. It was when they were walking last season, when they were walking beyond the wall, and he was talking to not the Hound. Was it? I think it was the Hound. Yeah, it was. He goes, "There's this woman. I'm gonna marry her, and we're gonna have ginormous babies." And he goes, "Yeah, there's only one woman who ever beat me, Brienne of Tarth." And he's like, "You know her?" It was so funny. He's awesome. I think he has some of the best lines this season, to be honest. One of the lines from last week was, "They've always been blue," with the eyes thing. That was so funny. He's a great character. He's awesome. He's one of my favorites too. I've been trying to figure out Jaqen Agar for so long. Then it dawned on me. His bleach blonde hair streak is natural hair color. Is it? Is it really? He's hiding his identity. He watches over Arya as Ned Stark did for Jon Snow. Why? Because Jaqen Agar is Rhaegar Targaryen, Jon's dad. The blonde streak gives it away now. Interesting. Maybe Arya needs to kill Cersei in the last episode. I would be satisfied with Arya killing Cersei. Although I feel like the only Stark, Neil, that I feel like should have that opportunity is Sansa. Yeah, but I wouldn't be upset if Arya killed Cersei, to be honest. But I really want it to be Tyrion. Tyrion, I really want him to be the one to kill her. Yes. Oh, sorry. Big jump. Yes, Khaleesi showing her true colors. Did you see what she said right when Jon told her his real lineage? Said he is heir to the Iron Throne and looked extremely bitter about it. Yes, she did, OJ Mo. She did, and that's what I don't like about her. She's just flipping. And it's all about getting herself to the throne. She's so power hungry, where it's like in the beginning she wasn't like that. That's why I liked her. But now she's just, there's no difference to me between her and Cersei. Elia, I think that's her name. Oh, yeah. Yep, I think you're right. She is in the dungeon watching her daughter's corpse rot. Yeah, you're right, Neil. I just wonder if they're ever going to show her again, though. They probably will. They should. They gotta tie up that loose end. But yeah, her daughter. What's her name? What's her daughter's name? I don't even remember. But yeah, she's dead. She's gonna die. If she's not dead already, she's gonna die. Yeah, I've been waiting to see her in the crypt with the bones of her daughter laying across from her. Ooh, that's dark. That's dark, Blind Archer. But yeah, I understand. Okay. Sorry, now I need to find where I was. She's locked up in Cersei's chamber, I believe, rotting away. Yep. Bronn needs to do something with his power next episode. If not, his character buildup is a waste for just being bait. I don't see it that way, Key Tricks, but hey, that's your point of view, and that's a good one. That's fine. Bran looks so uncomfortable. Yeah, she looks uncomfortable with Tormund. I love it though. Hey, this is our last night tonight. This could be our last night. And she's like, yeah, I'm happy to see you. And he's like, oh yeah, baby. And she's like, no, not like that. I'm just happy that you're alive. And I love that. It's funny. I completely agree with you though. Tyrion is one of my favorite characters. He has such funny lines and really does provoke some of the best fights. Example, Oberyn versus the Mountain. Yeah. And what's cool is Oberyn was like, I want to fight for you, which I thought that was really cool. Tyrion would have died easily. But that was cool for Oberyn to do that. And it just sucked with when that happened. I was like, are you kidding me? Like this guy, Tyrion cannot get a break. He just can't get a break. Wow, that is interesting about Jaqen or however you spell it. But I think Tyrion needs to kill Cersei. I agree, Chewbacca. I want him to kill Cersei. I think he's the one that deserves it. Like she has put him through so much crap. She's put him through hell, and the best way for her to go out is by the hands of Tyrion. I think that would be amazing. Oh wait, I think I've skipped something. Did I skip one? Oh no, I didn't. Sorry. Cersei and Jaime's real dad is the Mad King. They're both bastards, and Tyrion's only kid is Tyrion. Or Tyrion's only kid is Tyrion. No, I don't think that. Cersei gets turned on by wildfire just like the Mad King. Yeah, she does. She does. I think Cersei kills herself. She's never been too vulnerable to attack. Someone would have to somehow kill the Mountain to get that close to her. Yeah, but I think one person could kill the Mountain. I think the Hound. I would love to see him beat the Mountain. I don't know if he'll win, but I think there's one person, and I think it's Arya. I really do. The way she fights is completely different from the Mountain. The Mountain uses brute strength. Arya uses agility, and she moves around really quickly. So I don't know. I think the Mountain is would have a very tough time with Arya. Yo, how weird was Bran's smile after she became a knight? I was like, yo, cut that scene. Cut it. She doesn't cheesy smile like that. Okay. I think the reason why they did that was for the effect that it had. But okay, good point of view, Blind Archer. Good point of view. I'm happy that that's what you thought. OJ Mo, my prediction for the next episode is Jorah getting killed. Looks like he's on the front lines in the preview. Yeah, I think Jorah's gonna die. And one thing that really solidified that to me was Samwell giving the sword to him. I think that really solidified his fate, because it was a very moving and emotional thing. And I did like that scene a lot too. I thought that honestly, like I kind of had a little bit of tears going. I'm not kidding. That was just so beautiful, so nice. They have such a respect for one another. You know, obviously Samwell saved Jorah's life. You know, he got rid of the grayscale, and that was just so cool. I really like that. That really brought like a tear to my eye. I'm not gonna lie. Me, I don't want Cersei to die. She suffered enough with the High Priest. Her children died, etc. She deserves the throne more than everyone. Ooh, a circus? Okay, man. Hey, you know, I like Cersei more than Dany right now. So, you know, I love to hate Dany too, or I love to hate Cersei. And she's a fun character because I love to hate her. She caused her son to kill himself. She's still in denial, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could tell that it's definitely affected her, but she's just pushing on. She's moving. Sam crying as he bids farewell to Jorah before the battle is cryptic. Oh yeah, dude. That's another thing that brought a tear to my eye. Is just like, because even though they don't really know each other like super well, to me it was kind of like that respect. And it was nice to see Samwell kind of be more of the humanistic approach. And that's one thing I liked about this episode. Everyone was very human in this episode. They all wanted to experience something before they died. Some awkward, you know, Arya, all that stuff. Let's not get into that. I'm sure many more people will talk about it in the chat, which is fine. I'm ready to answer questions. But it was pretty interesting. A lot of it, you know, whether it be Podrick singing, which I love Podrick, by the way. Podrick is awesome. Whether it be the Hound, you know, drinking booze up at, you know, up on the top of the castle. You know, there was some really good humanistic shots in this episode, and humanistic qualities in characters. So I really like that. And she was in denial. Her other kid was pure evil. Yeah, he was, dude. Freaking Joffrey, the best death. Still probably. Ramsay was probably still my favorite death, but Joffrey, man, what an awesome moment that was when he died. I agree with you saying Arya could defeat the Mountain. Going back to the Oberyn fight, I mean, Oberyn used agility in the fight, and guess what? He would have won if he wasn't so cocky. I know, dude. That's what bothers me. Yeah, right? Like, he had it in the bag. He was gonna win. He already won, but he was showboating, and he really made the Mountain pissed off. And you know, the Mountain just used the rest of his brute strength to squeeze his head. You know, and really, as disgusting as it was, like the sound of it. Oh my gosh! Like, I was thinking, I was like, I don't ever want that to happen to my skull. Wow. Yeah. But again, I mean, it was definitely one of those things that I'll never forget in this show. And that's why I love the show, because it never gives you what you want. And Bronn waited until Death Day to tell everybody about his GPS mark. They should have punted his weird butt out of there. Laundry Day. First off, I love your name. Laundry Day. Oh, no. What's that one movie? It's Garbage Day. It's like Garbage Day. It's a slasher. It's an 80s Christmas slasher. Comment below if you know. I think it's like Silent Night, Deadly Night. But yeah, Laundry Day. Going to your question, or going to your comment. I think he should have told everyone. The thing about Bronn, though, is I feel like he has a plan. Bronn is kind of like, to me, he's kind of like this. He's kind of like a gangster. He's got this like poise about him. I don't know what it is, but I feel like every time I see him, he's like mentally thinking about everything. And he's just sitting there, and he's just like, boom, all this knowledge is coming to him. You know, he's a three-eyed raven. So he's kind of seeing things take place, and it's you know, he is a little weird, but I mean, it's kind of what you expect at this point with everything that he's gone through. Ha 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 ha. I also like Cersei more than Danny. So so who do we think will die next episode? Guys, who do you think will die? Comment below. All right, Chewbecca. My predictions are Jorah. I think Jorah is going to bite the dust. I think he's one of the most probable. And I think even like that last moment he had with Danny as well, saying like, hey, I was gone. I did a lot of stupid stuff. Like, you need to forgive Tyrion. And that was really cool. It's kind of like a one last awesome moment I felt like from Jorah. Other people, Sir Devos, which I don't want to see happen, but I think Sir Devos will bite it. I think it's really hard because they have a lot of dragon glass, but you know who I think is going to die? Not Tyrion. The Hound. The Hound I think is going to die. And I will be sad because I love the Hound. I absolutely love the Hound. Major players. Theon. I think Theon will die. And I consider Theon a major player. Just a lot of what has happened throughout the show with him. But I think Theon is a very safe bet to place that he'll die. But he'll die nobly, and he's redeemed in my eyes. Like I've forgiven him. And probably my last prediction, I'm going to go with a big one. Daenerys, maybe. Daenerys. I don't know why I said that, but Daenerys, and I wouldn't be upset. I mean, if she went out like in a cool way, it'd be awesome. And I think she will because she's such a significant character, but Daenerys, man, she could die. Sorry, I've kind of fell behind here. Brandon, first kid was evil, but a mother always loves her son, and she admitted that he was difficult. And the second was weak and too easy to manipulate. He'd choose to kill himself. Yeah. Yeah, A Circus, you're spot on. It actually says that too. In one of the episodes, I think she said that, and that's why she was always afraid of Marjorie. She didn't like Marjorie because she knew Marjorie could manipulate Tommen to do pretty much whatever she wanted. Did you notice the weirwood tree at Winterfell has Bloodraven's face on it? I don't know what you're talking about, Brandon Marker, but hey, that's cool. I didn't even notice that. So how did you take learning what the Night King wanted? He wants to end the memory of men, which lives in Bronn. So does he want the Iron Throne, or does he want to kill Light as the Night King? So Blind Archer, last week, this is something that I was saying. And I was saying that the Night King, there was more to him. Like, because we never heard him talk ever. I figured Bran was going to be the one who would know. And so I said, I don't think he's just there to get the Iron Throne. He probably doesn't even know like that there is an Iron Throne, to be completely honest. He's probably out of the loop for sure. Because he doesn't communicate. Who does he communicate with? So yeah, it makes sense to me. He wants to wipe out the memory of man. He doesn't care about thrones. He doesn't care about all this stuff. He's going to have his followers do whatever he wants. And why does he need the Iron Throne? What does he need with that? To rule the Seven Kingdoms? Like what? Of all dead people? He doesn't talk. I mean, and he already has him do whatever he wants anyway. So to me, I always knew, Blind Archer, that there was a bigger purpose. He chose. I understand what you're saying, A Circus. Gotcha. Maybe all the Night King wants is the prince who was promised, Jon and Dany's kid. Maybe. I think Jorah is also a definite death. Jaime or Bran as well. Yeah, I didn't even say them. I don't think, Bran could go because she's a knight now. If I had to choose one of those two, I'll say Brienne. I'll say Brienne of Tarth, which would be sad because I really like her. A Circus prediction, Jorah. Yeah, I think Jorah. Chewbacca, maybe Gendry too, maybe. I think Gendry does have a chance though of playing some type of role in this game of the Iron Thrones, or game of the Throne. And to me, it wouldn't be a surprise if he died, but I also don't really think he's a lock to die. And he can fight. I mean, we saw that Beyond the Wall. Like the dude can fight a little bit. So we'll see. Danny's dream came true. So close to the throne, but Snow for the block. Danny will die. That's cool, Laundry Day. I like that a lot. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. But Snow for the block. And yeah, I think Danny will die too. Do me a favor, guys. I'm going to keep going. Don't worry. But make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of videos. I'll be doing a lot of endgame stuff this week, which I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if you guys are too. I'll be having like a non-spoiler review out on Thursday night, or probably Friday, because I'm seeing it like super late Thursday night. And then I'll probably do like a live spoiler discussion review probably sometime next week. But also so that way you guys can stay up to date with like when I'm doing these Game of Thrones live streams. I do it after every episode, but if you guys are interested, I mean, I want to do it during the week. I tried doing it like I think Wednesday or Thursday, but it wasn't successful at all. So let me know like what day would work best for you guys, because I love talking Game of Thrones. Like I love it, and I want to talk a lot about next week's episode too. But all right, Hound can't die yet. Still has to fight his brother, the Mountain. Yeah, I want to see that fight. This whole show has been leading up to that fight. So Brandon, I want to see that too, man. I really want to see that. But if he dies, the one person who could redeem him and fight for him is Arya, because of the relationship they have. So we'll see. I think Tormund will die trying to save someone, probably the least expected to die, and everyone loves him. He would probably die trying to save Brienne. I could definitely see that. Or Jon Snow. Oh man, yeah. If Tormund dies, that would be pretty sad. But you know, he has been around for a while. And I feel like his arc, you know, there's really not much for him to do anymore now. So if he does die, it makes sense. But really, there's not a lot for a lot of people to do because the show's almost over. Brienne, Jaime, Theon. Yeah. I like your list, A Circus. I think Jaime's the least probable out of that list, but yeah. Arya possibly pregnant by a Baratheon. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, possibly. I mean, there is no protection in that time. So, I mean, hey, she could be. I think a lot more will die than we can even imagine, and the show will spin on its head. Ooh, David. Yeah, dude. Is it bad for me to say I kind of want that? Like, I want to see a lot of destruction next episode. We've seen, you know, we've gotten the first two episodes out of the way where it's just kind of character development. So I'm ready for that next step. I'm ready to see a full out war, full out battle. Let's do this. Oh, it's going to be so good. I cannot wait. Okay. I want Dany to redeem herself. Okay. I think there's a possibility for her to do that, but the way that she would do that is by giving Jon Snow the Iron Throne. And I don't see her doing that, Chewbacca. I really don't see her doing that, but I mean, hey, she could surprise us. Maybe after the Battle of Winterfell, she kind of values life a little bit more and maybe takes a step back, but I don't know. Theon will die. His arc is over. I agree, Laundry Day. I really do. I think, you know, he's kind of served his purpose. You know, Sansa and him, even if they have romantic feelings for one another, they can't have kids. You know, he's pretty much, you know, in Lord Varys's situation. So we'll see. By the way, guys, you like the background of my fridge and the Acosta? Pretty cool, right? Picture of me and my wife right there. Yeah, pretty sweet. All right. Sorry, I don't know why I got distracted. The Night King is going to King's Landing and has only sent some of his forces to Winterfell as a distraction 100%. Ooh. But so Harry, that's a really good, I like that theory. My only issue with that theory is to get to King's Landing, they'd have to go through Winterfell, I'd imagine, not unless there's some type of detour, but that would probably take a long time. But wow, would that be cool? That would be so cool. And then we see, like, after the next episode of Battle of Winterfell, it's like the battle at King's Landing. Oh, that would be sweet. All the people in the crypts will die. Laundry Day, don't say that, man. Oh, Tyrion's in the crypts, but I don't feel like they're safe. I agree with you. I don't feel like they're safe. I just don't want Tyrion to die. Oh my gosh, I will cry. I will get on here next week, and you will see me bawling my eyes out. I'm not going to stop watching the show, but I will be so upset. I really will. How do we know that Children of the Forest will create more Night Kings in the future? Aha, something to think about. Yeah, good point. I don't know if the Children of the Forest are still alive, though. I didn't all of them die when the White Walkers attacked in that cave. But OJ, that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that. Agreed. The Night King is going to King's Landing. Okay. All right, David, you're getting on the Laundry Day train. The Hound needs to take out Euron. Ooh, you know who I want to see kill Euron? Theon or oh man, oh my gosh, why am I so bad with names? Theon's sister. I don't remember what her name is. The Queen of the Iron Islands, I'll say. I can't remember what her name is. I don't know why. I'm so bad with names. But I think she definitely deserves to kill him. I'm glad I found your channel. I'm seeing Endgame on Friday. Awesome, Chewbacca. Make sure after you watch Endgame, check out my review. I'll be posting one up on Friday, and I'll be doing a live spoiler discussion review video next week. So I'm looking forward to it. Probably like Monday. I'm seeing it twice. I'm seeing it on Thursday, and I'm seeing it on Friday. So, and I'll probably see it again like Tuesday after, because it's like $5 Tuesday. So, and awesome. I'm really happy that you found my channel too. It really means a lot to me. I'm so happy that you love just coming in here and talking Game of Thrones and talking movies and stuff. It's awesome. Children of the Forest are all dead, OJMO. Yeah, I don't know if they are. OJ, you came up with a really good point. And, you know, guys, we can't, you know, assume that they're all dead, because we don't know. You know, we only saw a handful of them in the cave, and all of them died, but we don't know that. And why were the White Walkers created by the Children of the Forest to begin with? I don't remember the reasoning. So it was to actually, the White Walkers were created as like a guard for them against the man who created them. Does that make sense? Like the humans, because they were afraid of the humans, and the humans, you know, were killing them off. So, yeah, it was more of a defense at the time, and obviously now it's kind of gotten out of hand. I love your comment about Arya, the Hound, and Mountain. I think you're 100% correct on that. The Hound even says, you know what's coming for you. You notice he didn't say I'm coming for you. You're right. Yeah. And, you know, Brandon, I think one of the biggest things is, if you've noticed everything, this whole series, the one thing, and I've said this time and time again, like this show, the one thing I love about the show is it never gives you what you want. We want to see a fight between the Hound and the Mountain. I know I do. But what is the second best thing? The Mountain facing Arya. And I think Arya can beat him. I really do. And I think because of what also Arya means to the Hound, I think it'd be very special. But those are the only two people I think should have a right to kill the Hound. Other than Prince Oberyn, but I mean, he's dead, way dead. I just finished, dude. What'd you think, Dagger? I'm sure you're commenting. I'll get to your comments, and yeah, man, you need a banner in the background or something. I know, dude. I know, Blind Archer. I usually, when I usually do my regular videos, I use that as my backdrop, like my Blu-rays and stuff like that, and everything. But because I'm doing a live stream, and I use my laptop, and I don't have like the best software for live streams and stuff, and I'm trying to do it like quick, so that way I can just, you know, talk about it and not have to worry about setting up everything. This is like the best way I've been able to do it. Also because there's a lot of light right here, and so like it works best at this spot for my actual for my computer. See if you notice, it kind of gets out of focus every now and then, but yeah, my wife is actually going to help me build a backdrop and stuff, like a really nice one. So yeah. Yara. Okay. Yara, you're right. I knew it was like, I knew it was something like that, but I'd rather ask you guys than kind of say something and make myself look stupid. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. John should have waited to tell Dany. Now when they're riding dragons, it'll be on her mind as she looked jealous, alarmed that her claim is now challenged. Ooh, good point. I mean, he could have told her after the battle. But this is what I think, MP. I feel like he knew that he had to. He had to do it then because there might not be a tomorrow, because of everything that's happening. You can't assume that tomorrow is gonna happen, and so I think it was very bold of him to do it when he did, and I don't blame him at all for choosing to do it at that time. But I can see your point. I can see your point. I still, but who's she gonna? What's she gonna switch sides and go to the Night King side? I don't think so. Prediction: they said the dragons would be near Bronn. He will possibly take control of one of the dragons. I'm really convinced. A Targaryen, I think, a Circus. I think they're the only ones who can like actually ride them, but like, I don't know. We'll see. He is a three-eyed raven. He could probably control one of them. So it's possible. What if the Sand Snakes and the Shame Lady get reanimated? Ooh, there was a jump. That'd be interesting. You mean reanimated like they're White Walkers? I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think they've gotten to that point yet, but that would be kind of cool. I don't think the Night King has part of his army going to King's Landing. Nothing is there that he wants. I think most people would agree the throne isn't his goal. Maybe he wants Jon Snow or Bran. Brandon, I think that he, what Bran said is what he wants. He wants to, erase the memory of man. That's his goal. He doesn't care about a throne. I completely agree with you. You're right. But it would kind of be interesting because, why send all of his forces to Winterfell when he can send half of them to an unprepared King's Landing? It would make a lot of sense battle strategy wise, but we don't really know how far he thinks. But yeah, in the books, the children went into hiding after the Andals invaded. They used the god trees to spy on men, so I doubt they're extinct. Yeah, thanks, MP. Yeah, I didn't even know that. So we can't really assume that they're dead. Right now, we don't know. Do I think they're going to play a factor? I don't think so. And I think they learned their lesson. I think they're realizing what a mistake it was for them. And I think they even admitted that in one of the episodes. Also, they made so many hints to the fan theory of everyone dying and Cersei sitting on an empty throne. Ooh, yeah. I think that would be a good ending. I'd be okay with that. That's the only way I'd want Cersei to be on the throne at the end. Is every single person dies. Everybody dies. And Cersei is the queen, but she's a queen of nothing. It's like, here's your throne. Here you go. That would be awesome. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't know. The more the show, like the more they're kind of building up the anticipation and building up these episodes and stuff, the more I'm thinking it could happen. I'm waiting for Melisandre to come back into the story. I feel like she has a huge role plot wise because they haven't showed her in anything. Yeah. I think she will come back. I told you guys last week, I don't care about Melisandre. I hate her character so much, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like I do definitely fully expect her to be back for sure. Let's see. Okay. Dagger. Ooh, hold on. Where did it go? Okay. Also, Sansa being power hungry is crazy. Dany was trying to be nice, and she was like, "No, bitch. I have no time for small talk. I think she'll fall in love with Theon, but since he has no PP, I don't know." I think I actually really like Sansa now, MP. I feel like my thoughts on her and Dany have changed. To where before I didn't like Sansa at all, and now I really like Sansa, where I don't like Dany at all. And but I understand kind of Sansa's point of view. Sansa is not going to bend the knee to her. Like Sansa's not going to be intimidated, because that whole scene reminded me of like, it wasn't Dany trying to be like, oh, Sansa, well, I want to be like your sister because I love your brother. No, it was like Dany was pretty much just trying to make peace with somebody that she rules over. And so to me, it's kind of like Sansa deserves to kind of be a little sassy. And Sansa's smart. She says things that are on her mind. I mean, it could get her killed, but Jon will not let that happen. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Grey Worm is going to die. Ooh, I hope not. I like Grey Worm a lot. I like him and Missandei, maybe, but I feel like they didn't really have a good send-off. If he died without really even like, yeah, we saw him kiss Missandei and everything before he kind of goes off to battle, but that wasn't enough for me, you know? Well, I guess because they talk about like, where do you want to be? She's like, I want to be in Noth. Okay, maybe. I really don't want to see it because I love Grey Worm. I really love Grey Worm. Do you think Dany will stay with Jon knowing he is the heir? I low-key think she is pregnant and it's Targaryen tradition to marry within the family like the yeah. I think she'll stay with Jon? I don't know. Who's to say she survives? I don't think she will. You know what I actually wouldn't mind seeing is Jon actually marrying Sansa. It'd be weird. It would be weird, but hear me out. I'm not talking about like romantic feelings or anything like that. For me, it would be more about kind of the relationship they have and the respect that they have for one another. And so that way Sansa can, kind of be in power as well. Do I think they'll end up together? No, I don't think so. At the end, I think Dany, because of her, like the way she's power hungry, like I could just tell that she's already resenting him, which I think is stupid. But Bronn is a warg, so yeah, I think Bronn could control the dragons. Yeah, he could. He could, Chewbacca. That would be interesting. I kind of want to see that. Unpopular prediction. In the later episodes, I think Elia Martell somehow breaks free from her chains. We see Cersei and Jaime have an emotional encounter. Then Elia stabs her from the back. I mean, that could happen, OJ. I don't want to see that happen, though, because I feel like she hasn't earned that kill of Cersei. To be honest, like I want to see somebody who has been tortured by Cersei, who's been played by Cersei, get the last, laugh, I guess I could say, or like get the opportunity to kill Cersei. Would I be upset if they went that route? Not exactly, but I don't see that happening per se. Maybe Elia will survive. Maybe Jaime breaks her free. I don't know what's going to happen. But it's going to be interesting to see when she gets kind of back into play. Cause I feel like the next time we do go to King's Landing, I feel like she will show up. She's got to. Jaime loses it and kills Elia. Why would he lose it though, OJ? Is it because of Marcella? Let me know. That's interesting. Chewbacca, I think the scene last episode when the dragon was staring at Jon was Bran taking control of Drogon. And it's a theory that's getting traction. When staring at Jon, Dragon staring at Jon, when Bran taking control of Drogon, it's a theory that's maybe. I'll have to look back at that. Maybe. Might be onto something there, man. You might be onto something, Dagger. Dagger, you always have like really cool things to say. Like everyone has awesome things to say, but Dagger, like you come up with these really cool theories that you kind of just like blow my mind a little bit. I'm like, whoa, I didn't hear that before. So thank you, man. What's your donate sign? I hope you get some software or a banner. Where's your donate sign? I don't have one, Blind Archer. I appreciate it. It's I don't know if do I have super chat? I don't even know if I even have super chat. I mean, I could check real quick. And it doesn't hurt. I'm not saying that I'm going to do that now, because I like, I want people to be able to, have their questions answered and whatever. I don't charge or anything, but it's kind of interesting. Let me check that out real quick. Yeah, let me check that. But while I'm checking that, let me answer another question. In Jon being the heir going to be seen as a betrayal to Dany because he is stealing her claim, will Jon legitimize Gendry so that the Stark Baratheon thing can happen? I think, one thing I was thinking about when that whole scene with Arya, which it's awkward, guys. Let's just get the elephant out of the room. It's awkward. It was very weird. But when that whole scene happened, the one thing that came across my mind was Jon is going to be pissed. Like Jon, I was thinking like, don't tell Jon. Jon will kill him. I don't know. Jon's very protective, especially of Arya because of the relationship that they have. And, it's his little sister. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like I have two sisters, I don't really want to know about that type of stuff. And it would just be weird for me, but we'll see. We'll see, Laundry. We will see. That's something that I've got to think about. I mean, it's interesting. It really is interesting. But yeah, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. But yeah, it's awkward. It was awkward. I'll say that. Who do you think Bran is going to go for? Jamie just knighted her, but I think it's professional between them. But with Tormund, she seemed to be flirting with him in his stupidity. I love that relationship between Tormund and Bran. I really do. MP. It's so cool. Who do I think she's going to go for? Man, I don't know, man. I at this point I have zero idea. I want to say I think that she'll go more. She's definitely more attracted to Jamie. But I don't know. I mean, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens, because again, I really like the little budding flirt mance between Tormund and Brienne, even though it's more Tormund than anything, but it's funny. I think it's so hilarious, and it definitely brings much needed humor to certain parts of the episode and the series as a whole. So I think that's really cool. All right, hold on a second. Sorry guys, I'm like trying to like do a couple of things at once. Yeah, I don't know if I even have a super chat thing. I don't think I do. I don't think I have that power yet. I'm still relatively small, so we'll see what happens. She's the queen of people she bought. What houses does she have left besides the Lannisters and the Golden Company? She didn't even get her elephants. Ooh, you're talking about Cersei. Yeah, good point. I mean, a lot of people hate her, so but you can build, followers based on, fear. And I feel like she does that to a good degree. I don't know. Cersei she's interesting because to me she's always been one of those characters that you either really hate or you actually really love. Like there are a lot of people that really like Cersei. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but yeah, people somehow like her, and that's cool, I guess. But she doesn't really. You're right. She doesn't really have anybody else, but she'll find a way. She always seems to find a way with something, knowing how to get what she wants. So it's interesting. Interesting question. Sansa isn't being power hungry. She's trying to protect her people of the North. Yeah, I agree. She's worried about her people, and that's what makes a really good leader. And she's bold. Dany was trying to manipulate Sansa. Sansa bested her. Sansa said men do stupid things for women. Sansa said, I am not bending the knee. She wants Winterfell to be independent like Robb did. Yeah. Part of the problem is, the North has a tough time bending the knee for somebody foreign. Even, the Baratheons, the Lannisters, all that. So, yeah, Sansa's awesome, man. I really like Sansa. I think Dany was trying to manipulate Sansa, but she spent too much time with Baelish and isn't going for it. She's consistently the smartest person. I'm sure she has something up her sleeve. Are you talking about Dany? Blind Archer? I think Sansa's definitely one of the smartest people. I don't think she's the smartest per se. She's a little bit too confident in herself, and I feel like that could be a big downfall, which could hurt her. But interesting point. If you're talking about Dany, I don't necessarily agree with that. Like that she's the smartest person. I feel like she has a lot of smart people around her, but let me know what you meant. Oh man. And where are the Knights of the Vale? Only the big dude with the giant chest plate is there. Yeah, I don't know. They're probably just getting ready for this attack, this fight. They're probably helping out with Gendry in the smithing lodge area. So yeah, I haven't really seen them either. But I'm sure that they'll be there next episode. There was a theory that is so far true till now. Everyone King Robert touched in season 1 has died. So I really think Jon and Dany will survive. Like Robert, everyone King Robert touched. Do you mean like physically touched? I'm trying to think. Because I know he like went up to like Sansa, I'm pretty sure in like the first episode, and like grabbed her shoulders, and he was like, "You've gotten so big." Interesting. Well, I don't know. Could be onto something there, MP. Sorry, that's why it was unpopular with that prediction. I don't think it'll happen, but just throwing that out there to hear your opinion. Oh, are you? Oh, I don't know it. I don't know which one that is. Blind Archer. I don't know which one. Yeah. Let me know which one what prediction or what theory or prediction you're talking about, man. I lose track of things really easily. You can ask my wife. I'm like the worst at memory. That's why I have to watch like every episode of Game of Thrones like 5 times. Well, not 5 times, but at least a couple times to kind of get it, through my head, kind of what's going on. And I'm looking forward to watching this one again tomorrow. It'll be a good time, except for the one awkward scene. I'll probably just skip past that part, to be honest. Where am I? That was okay. Arya and Gendry was awkward because he was 15, she was like 9 when they first met, but both being together fulfills a promise which broke in with Robert's rebellion. Yeah, it's awkward, but back in that time period, though, I mean, look at what's that old man that I hated? Oh my gosh, Arya killed him. The one who killed Rob and the Red Wedding. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm the worst with names. The worst. His house, whatever. That guy. Frey, Walder Frey. He was married. Did you see his wife? She was like 12, man. So, I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse, MP. It could be really worse, but it is weird that they showed it in that way. It was truly weird. Baratheon was promised to a Stark. Yeah, good point. Very good point. You're spot on with that. Bran seemed disgusted by Tormund. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like because she's never really, it's new for her. She's never been she's always been this bigger woman who has been really brave, kind of more of a brawn than a beauty. And she's never really been hit on. And for her, she probably doesn't know how to react. So, I mean, I understand her predicament. I've never been in that predicament. Because look at me, I'm so handsome, guys. Like I'm beautiful. I'm kidding. But it's probably a new situation for her for sure, and so she's a little awkward because she doesn't really know what to say. Also, with Jon and Dany in a rebellion long ago in Game of Thrones history, the Targaryen was promised to a Stark. It's called The Dance of Dragons, and since the show is about prophecy, I don't know, I really turned into a nerd, but I can't stop seeing these theories. Hey, I love it, Dagger. You keep coming at me with the theories. I think it's awesome. And it's cool, man. So you keep rocking those theories, and I'll keep listening. And we'll see if they come true. The books are so good, but they're so gosh darn long. Yeah, that's my problem is like, I don't like reading. And I've always been like, I really want to read Game of Thrones because there's so much in the book that's not in the show, because there's only so much story you can tell within the show. But I don't like reading, and they're like thousands of pages. So I'm like, no, it's okay. I'll watch the show. I'll watch the show and then have people like you, Dagger, or other people who know history about the books, or have a smaller version of synopsis, a bridge version of the book, and that definitely helps me out. Just thought of this. Why not light Daenerys on fire and let her toast lots of White Walkers and she can't be burnt? Sometimes we forget she has magical powers. Ooh, Neil, I like that, man. That's cool. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'd love to see that. Let's see. There was a jump. Ooh, all right. Okay, what do you guys think Robb Stark would have done if he was alive? I loved Robb Stark. I think he still would have died. Probably with the Boltons. Well, he did die by the Boltons, but I still think he would have died. But if he made it this far, let's say hypothetically he made it this far, he'd be fighting right beside Jon. And Jon would let Robb lead. That's just the type of person Jon is. And I feel like I don't know if Rob would be so forgiving of Theon. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe because it's just more because Theon and Rob were so much closer than Theon and Jon. So yeah, that's interesting. That Chewbecca, that's a really good question that you posed. What do you guys think? Let Chewbecca know in the comments. Rob would be stupid like Jon is. Really, Laundry Day? You think Jon is stupid? Let me know why, man. That's interesting. Interesting point of view. I think Sansa's power hungry because she has a lot of guilt. In season 1, she got Ned killed after getting him to lie and got Rob killed with the Raven Scroll. I think she is defying Jon to clear her conscience. Interesting, Dagger. I don't see it that way, but interesting. The Robert theory is crazy because I did some research and everyone he touched at Winterfell has died, and people like Renly, Surf Barristan, Maester Piskel have died. Cersei's the main one that hasn't. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Dagger. Craster. I don't know what you're talking about, Neil. Lord Frey. Yeah, Dagger. Yeah, I figured it out. MP Dagger, I agree with your thoughts about Sansa. Really? Okay. Laundry Day. I love Tormund. I agree, man. You gotta love Tormund. Oh, sorry. Let me just. Okay. Sorry. It's been such a weird position. Yeah, I agree. I love Tormund, man. You just gotta love Tormund. Last week's episode, I think he's so funny. He's been one of the comic relief characters in this entire show. Him and the Hound crack me up. Last week's episode with my eyes have always been blue, and then this week's episode of is that big woman here? I love it. It was so funny. And I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to ask about Brienne. Get MP Dagger on the mic and discuss the show. Dagger, man. Yeah, dude. Join me. I don't know how to do that. I'm not using Skype. We'll have to figure it out. Dagger, let me know if you're interested, because I would love to maybe do something on a Wednesday or Thursday or something of this week and just talk Game of Thrones. Maybe we can get a Skype thing going. That'd be really cool. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts, man. So if you're down for something like that, if you're interested in doing something like that, let me know. Hit me up. And then we'll figure out a time that works best for both of us. I start a new semester of school. I know my schooling is really weird. The college I go to does their semesters really weird, but I'm not super busy. I think on Thursday, because I'm taking Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be pretty busy because I'm taking this survival class, which is really cool. So I could survive, the Game of Thrones. Not really, but it's 3 hours long, and we're learning a lot about making fires and stuff that I kind of already know, but it's going to be a lot of fun. But I think it ends at 6:30. So yeah, just let me know if you're interested in something like that, dude. That'd be awesome. So thank you, Brandon, for the suggestion. That's awesome. Rob had to die for the events of Now to unfold. Not many people know, but Rob made Jon his heir right before he died. So him dying was integral to putting all the cards in place for this showdown. Ooh, I like that, Dagger. I like that, man. That's why you're a Game of Thrones guru, man. You're a Game of Thrones guru. Rob's mini rebellion was essential for all this. I'd love to co-host, but I'm just a messenger of info. Dude, hey, it'd just be fun to just talk just talk Game of Thrones with you. I mean, we don't have to you don't have to come on here on Sundays and talk with me about it per se, but we could do something on a weekday or something, just talking about it. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. Let me know. Rob would have just died some other way. Love when the Hound said tonight to Beric Dondarrion, paraphrasing, this guy's already died 219 times. Yeah. He's that's what I love about the Hound, man. The Hound is hilarious. He's so funny. He's one of my favorite characters on the show. I just really like the Hound. He's always been a side character, a smaller character, but he's awesome. He's so funny. And because what does he say? He's like, if you don't shut up or something, he goes, don't be preaching your gospel to me. You've already died 19 times. And, the Lord won't understand why you came back, so I could just throw you off of this castle. I thought that was awesome. That was so cool. I obviously paraphrasing, but yeah, that was cool, Neil. I love the Hound, man. I would love to watch that conversation take place. Haha. Yeah, between me and MP, Chewbacca, I know. It'd be awesome. John is stupid because he lets emotions rule him. The Battle of the Bastards is an example. Sansa gave him all the information he needed. John still messed it up every time he quits his new job. Ooh. Okay, Laundry. Okay, I don't take your point. I don't take your side. I understand your point. It's valid. That's interesting. That's, you make a fair assessment. I don't agree with that, but I mean, you're not wrong. He does let his emotions rule him, but it also shows that he's a human. He's not the typical guy of the Night's Watch, and we've seen that from earlier in the show. He's always been different. The Hound is my favorite by far. Besides the humor, he's pretty noble. Yeah, Neil, I love the Hound. Tyrion is my favorite, but it's like Tyrion is like way up here, and the Hound is always like he's like right here. I just really love Tyrion. Tyrion is awesome. He really is, and I think, in my opinion, Tyrion is the smartest person in the entire show. Yeah, he makes mistakes, but he it seems like he can play one step ahead when he wants. Do me a favor, guys. I'm plugging my channel again. I know I'm the worst. I plug my channel. What am I, like Logan Paul or something? I'm just kidding. If you're really into this, if you like this, subscribe to my channel. Like this video, subscribe. It really helps. Get the word out. I love talking Game of Thrones with people and just getting a bunch of awesome people, in here in the chat. Laundry, Neil, Dagger, Becca. Everyone that's a circus. All of you guys that have kind of been commenting and stuff. Subscribe to my channel. It's a lot of fun. I post weekly. I'm just putting myself a little plug in here. But I talk. I make videos weekly. I do new release movie reviews. I'm going to start to do some more like older movies. I'm going to start doing some B-roll cinema stuff, which is like watching horrible movies and commenting on them. My buddy Cameron, he's a really big horror fan, and so we're probably going to start doing some more horror movie reviews and stuff. I got Avengers Endgame stuff coming out this week, and I also have been doing once a month. My buddy Clayton and we watch Star Wars movie, and we review all of them leading up to episode 9, which I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Like, I'm a ginormous Star Wars nerd, and I would love to do live streams talking about Star Wars too, if you guys are into that. But I do more than just Game of Thrones, but I love talking Game of Thrones. Like, it's so much fun. It's so sad we have 4 episodes left, and I don't know, maybe I'll try to I don't know. I mean, there's not going to be much really left in the show to talk about, but maybe we can get on here and talk about things that we liked from the show or whatever and just reminisce. But yeah, just subscribe to my channel. It's awesome. So there's my plug. I'm done. I'll move to your guys' questions. I'm sorry. I had to do that shameless plug because I'm a YouTuber. If Barrett kills the Mountain, he'll fulfill the mission Ned sent him on in season 1. Huh. I'll have to watch that back, Dagger. Is that something that was something that Ned said in season 1? Yeah, I'll have to look back on that. Can you let me know the episode? Let me know the episode. I'm interested in checking that out. I wish they would show more of the Hound this season. I agree, Chewbacca. They need to show more. But there's so many characters left that it's like it's kind of bloated. It is very hard to get certain characters. They have to get, the major characters: Tyrion, Sansa, Arya, Jon Snow, Daenerys. Gendry is starting to kind of become even more of a mainstream character. Cersei, even though we haven't seen a lot of her. Jaime. So Braun. So like they're getting a lot of those major characters. But I agree. I would love to see more of the Hound. I love the Hound. And I want the Hound to kill the Mountain, but I think Arya will kill the Mountain. I agree, Neil. I agree. I think I don't want the Hound to die, but I do think he's going to die. And he could even die fighting the Mountain or something. Even though I would hate to see that, I think the Mountain could overtake him. But I think Arya will kill the Mountain as well. I think, if there's only 2 characters I can see killing the Mountain that I would like to kill the Mountain, and that's Arya and the Hound. If Arya survives the Battle of Winterfell, Chewbacca, if she survives the Battle of Winterfell, what will happen? What do you think? If she survives Battle of Winterfell, she gonna make some babies with Gendry. I don't know. Davos is smart too. I love Davos. Yeah, I love Davos. I love Davos. He's always been one of my favorite characters. I thought he was gonna die when he was locked in that cell by Stannis, and I thought he was gonna die, but I'm really happy that he didn't. I loved one scene that I actually really liked this episode that I didn't talk about yet was when he's giving the soldiers food. He's feeding everybody. That shows how awesome Davos is of a character. Like he's a very charitable person. And when he's doing that little girl he sees kind of it looks like grayscale, like she was affected by grayscale, and you could tell that she reminded him a lot of the princess, which I loved that relationship, and to see her die the way she did at the hands of the Melisandre, that's when I was like, Melisandre just needs to die. I hate her. So that was really nice. I really like Davos too. I think he's a very effective character. You come on here live after every show? Yeah, I do, Neil. I do. I started this season. I just started my YouTube channel like last year. But yeah, I'll be on live after every single episode this season. So definitely check out my videos, man. And I love that you're here talking Game of Thrones. Obviously, I'm into Star Wars. Haha. Yeah, Chewbacca. I know you are. And that's why I love your name, because I love Chewie. Prediction. All right, Caesar Augustus, which I love your name, by the way. Jaime will kill Cersei because they lose at Winterfell and still refuses to help him. Wait, Jaime will kill Cersei because they lose at Winterfell and still refuses to help him. Then he takes over so the Northern survivors, Lannister army, and Golden Company fight the undead. Interesting prediction. Okay. The only thing about Jaime killing Cersei, this is my only problem with it, is that I kind of am buying into the theory that she is pregnant. I didn't last week. I was like, she's using it against Jaime. She's using it against, Jaime. I said that over and over again, guys, and I will repent of that. I did say that, but I kind of buy into the fact that she's pregnant. Jaime knows her best, and so it makes a lot of sense for her to be her to actually be pregnant. And so Cersei, I like that prediction. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to move my laptop down a little bit. I need to get off this couch. It's like really hard to sit in that one spot. All right, guys, new view. Look at that. Lighting is not that great, but we have a better scenery. So yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Sorry, that was my wife. She was showing me something real quick. Okay, Davos is one lucky SOB. I feel bad because Tyrion killed his sons, but I loved how they all sat together. I think it was the producer saying everything came full circle from episode 1. I like that, MP. Yeah. Oh, sorry. My microphone is right here. Yeah, I like that a lot. Sorry, my wife is moving stuff, so if you hear anything in the background, it's just her. Oh, thanks, babe. It's a good idea. Thank you. Okay. Awesome wife. Okay. And by the way, my wife doesn't watch Game of Thrones, so yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I feel, yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice to see all of them kind of in that circle together. That was one of my favorite things about this episode. It kind of came full circle. I really like that you said that. That's really cool. Thank you for saying that, man. I didn't even think about it that way. Jon is fair, but not a leader. I prefer him to Dany. He needs to let other people handle war plans and politics. He's like Ned, just a soldier. Interesting. Yeah, it's hard because he was Lord Commander, so like he understands how to command, how to lead people a certain way. But I think at the end of the day, he is the type of person who can lead. But he is definitely a soldier. That is true. He is very much like, his father, Ned Stark. How about this background, guys? This is better. You got a door, clock, all that stuff. It probably looks about the same, but I'm sorry about that. Well, time to kill a few off so we can concentrate more on the ones who are left. Yeah, Neil, I agree. I feel like a lot of people are going to die. I feel like it's time. I'm ready. I'm ready for people to die. except for Tyrion. I'll never be ready for that. Ooh, big jump. Okay. Tyrion and Jaime catching up was the producers in my eyes telling us that the story came full circle. It ends where it began. Yeah, I really like that. I love that scene where they're just sitting by the fire and they're talking, and Tyrion mentions like, "I wish Father were here." I laughed. I thought that was so funny. And then Tyrion's like, "Well, so he can see his two sons, at Winterfell fighting the dead." Like that was so cool. I love that. Do you think Bronn will follow through with killing Jaime and Tyrion? I think he will try, unfortunately. Laundry, I don't think he will, because he has such a good relationship with both Jaime and Tyrion. I think the only person I could really see him trying to kill is Tyrion, but I don't even think he'll do that. He's never liked Cersei. He never has liked Cersei. So why should he do something that she tells him to do now? But it's going to be interesting to see. We'll see. I think it's more about like allegiance now to him rather than just gold and women. Jon lets emotions rule him. Seems like his allegiance and rules his father taught him steer his decision making. Yeah. I mean, I agree. It's what he knows. Ned Stark was a very honorable person. And that's why Jon is so loved, because he's an honorable person just like Ned was. He might not be the best when it comes to strategy, but he's a good leader on and off the battlefield. He leads by example with honor. He can't be that dumb. Yeah. He's not the best with strategy. I agree with that. But he is a good leader on and off the battlefield. He puts himself in the front line, and that means a lot. Going back to like King Joffrey, when Joffrey wouldn't even go out and fight. I mean, what a wuss. And that just shows you the difference of leaders. Even Dany didn't want to put herself at risk, or her soldiers, or the dragons. And she luckily did it, but it took convincing. It took some time. Davos' soup kitchen, LOL. Yeah. It really was. And that shows you Davos's character, though. He's a really nice guy. He's very charitable. He loves people. And that's why I really like Davos. I was saying that only if she survives the Battle of Winterfell, then she'll be able to kill the Mountain. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, if Arya does survive the Battle of Winterfell, but I don't know. I think she can. I think she will. Can we know that the Night King wasn't present with the army? Also, Dragon can be spotted from miles away, so I think he's flying to King's Landing alone to turn them from it for his army. A dragon can be spotted from the miles away, so I think really I didn't see that in the episode. I'll have to look for the dragon. I'll have to look for that. Interesting point, Dagger. I think Bronn will get Tyrion. That is the reason Jaime kills Cersei. Yeah, I think the only person Bronn would go after is Tyrion, because Tyrion, it was more of like, I'll pay you to protect me. When it was Jaime, it was more of, I'm kind of, you're kind of my friend, we're kind of like brothers. I think he has better history with Jaime than he does Tyrion. I was just going to bring that up. Okay. Dagger. Also, I think the dragon will be killed or mortally wounded by those huge crossbows Qyburn is making. Also, plot twist. Qyburn turns on Cersei because Robb Stark saved his life. So Robb Stark saved his life? Really? Did I miss that? I'll have to go back and check that out. I don't remember. Thanks for bringing that up. How about, I'm guessing you're saying Brienne. Brienne kills Cersei in a lover's quarrel. I wouldn't be satisfied with that, because we've never seen her on screen with Cersei. She would have no true reason to kill Cersei other than the fact that she loves Jaime. But Cersei at this point is she doesn't really love Jaime anymore anyway. So it's like, I mean, it'd be interesting. But the prophecy goes against her being pregnant. Yeah, it does. And that's Tribeca, you make a really good point. She might not have the baby. She might die. But if she truly is pregnant, I don't see Jaime killing, both his baby and her. I just don't see it. Facts at Tribeca. Yep. Remember, Brienne is a virgin and Jaime has only ever been with one woman. Yeah. Cersei. Unfortunately, he was with his sister, and she's interesting. Yeah. Jaime's he's crossed that bridge. He's done. It looks like he's just done. And it looks like he kind of has mutual feelings for Brienne, but maybe not to the same extent. LOL. Oh, there's a jump. Did the prophecy say she'd be killed by her lover or her brother, which could mean Tyrion? I don't remember. I think it could be lover, but I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch that episode. It's been a while since I've seen that episode, so it's not fresh in my mind. So sorry, Dagger. Do the Seven Kingdoms not know about fatal alcohol syndrome because she was drinking wine while she was pregnant? Maybe she was pregnant before and miscarried, or she just lied to keep Jaime loyal. That's what I was thinking, Caesar. I was thinking that she was lying to Jaime to use him to get what she wanted. But the way Jaime was talking to Tyrion in this episode about her being pregnant, it just made it seem like she was telling the truth because Jaime knows her better than anybody else. So maybe she's playing it off, but yeah, we'll see. And fetal alcohol syndrome. Sorry, I don't know why I said fatal. Yeah, it's a real thing, but I don't think they understand it. Chewbacca. Prophecy says Cersei's killed by a Volanquer, which is younger brother. Doesn't have to be her younger brother. Any second son will do. Huh. Interesting. I figured it out. MP Dagger is George R. Martin. Keep it coming, George. Keep it coming. Hey, that would be really cool. And I don't know why he would ever be in this stream because I'm a nobody. But if it is you, George Martin, you do what you do and finish those books. Dang it. People want those last books. Let's see. Shh, don't blow my cover. Ned Stark telling Beric to kill the mountain. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll watch that video after Dagger. I'll watch that. How about everyone kill Cersei, like for eternity? I wouldn't be upset. I think Cersei will die. I mean, she could sit at the throne at the end, but I do think she'll die. Everyone kills Cersei. I mean, not everyone has a quarrel with her or a problem with her, and there might not be a lot of people left to go and kill Cersei. So we'll see. My B. Rob saving Qyburn. Okay, I'll have to check that video out too, Dagger. Thanks, dude. You're the man. What if Cersei is killed by her own baby? I think that could make sense that the pregnancy could kill her. I think certain points in the prophecy point to that. Maybe. I mean, back in that day, you didn't have the medicine we have now. So, yeah, I mean, she could die with giving childbirth, kind of like Padme in episode 3. But she died of a broken heart. Don't even get me started on how stupid that was. Did anyone else get chills when Podrick started singing and they played a montage? Yeah, I really like that. I really, really like that. Podrick, the guy who plays Podrick, has a fantastic voice. I really like Podrick, and I like the song too. It's actually a song I was watching inside the episode. So Dagger, this is the only reason why I know it. I was watching inside the episode, and Wise and Benioff, the showrunners, they were saying that song, the first verse, is actually in one of the books. And it's Podrick singing. It's not Podrick, I don't think, but somebody sings it. So that's really cool. They just kind of added more onto it. And I like the montage a lot. I thought that was really cool. I have a feeling that Jon will win the throne and abolish the Iron Throne to free all the kingdoms and finally free the North. Ooh. That makes sense. He's the type of person who doesn't want to be the king. So I think if he does sit on the Iron Throne, I think he'll do things a lot differently. Because he is a traditional type of person, but he's also an honorable person, and he doesn't want people to be enslaved. He doesn't want to like impose his will on people. So that's a good point, Caesar. I really like that. Okay. What is Varys' role in all this? Same goes for Ghost. I want you and MP Dagger's thoughts. So Varys right now, Varys is on the side of Daenerys, as we know. But his role in all this, I feel like Varys is always been kind of a lopsided character to me. He's always been the type of character that has this kind of motivation, this determination that he's going to do whatever it takes to further himself, in whatever capacity. It's not even sitting on the Iron Throne, but like to stay alive. So I think that his role right now is pretty much just kind of sitting by, watching everything play out. I don't think he's a major player at this point. But we'll see what happens, because he's not a warrior. He's not going to be up at the front lines. He's going to be in the crypts with everybody else. And right now I think it's just wait and see. I think it's just wait and see. For him, I think that's his motivation. His determination is, I just want to make it through this. I want to be able to survive. And yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for the question, Brandon. And Ghost, Ghost is still alive, and I think we'll see Ghost in the next episode. Just preparing, ready. Ghost is ready to bite down on some White Walkers. Yes, I got chills when Pod saying his voice was impressive. Yeah, it was. It was really good. That is a strong possibility, Caesar Augustus. I agree. I got chills like 4 times tonight. LOL. Yeah, I got some chills too. I really like this episode. Again, I teared up when Sam gave his family sword to Jorah. That was such a beautiful moment. There's a lot of really good moments in this episode. We finally figure out the weapon that Arya wanted from Gendry. We finally got to see Theon and Sansa, embrace each other, which I actually really like that as well. I thought that was a really beautiful moment for both characters. So I thought it was really cool, and it also showed that it showed where his loyalty is, and the fact that he's going to be defending Bronn. That's so awesome. That's hit me right in the feels. Podrick's song made me think there were clues in there to the end game. Ooh, yeah. I'll have to go back and listen to it. I'll probably watch the episode again tomorrow. I usually like to watch it twice. I'll definitely check for that. I didn't really. I wasn't. I don't want to say I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics, but the one lyric that stuck out was like she didn't. I think it was like he's talking about she didn't want to be there or something. Which is like nobody wants war, nobody wants this, but it's kind of the inevitable. Like you have to do this to help a bunch of people. Live, to help, humanity survive. But yeah, thanks, Brandon. I'll definitely have to check that out tomorrow. Varys has been manipulating the game. He's the one that kept Dany alive, got Tyrion to her, and he kept Gendry alive from Cersei. He is the spider, so he has a bigger role in my eyes. I agree, Brandon. I really do. I think or not Brandon, sorry, Dagger. I really agree with that. I think he's just kind of sitting back, waiting for his moment. And we'll see what the spider does. He might even die next episode. We'll see. He hasn't really been a huge player since for helping Tyrion escape in season 5. Also, he is not she. Yeah, I got you. I could see. Ooh, big jump. I could see the Iron Throne being destroyed. Maybe I don't see anyone winning it. Ooh, yeah, that could happen, Chewbacca, especially if it's Jon. And Tyrion, I could see Tyrion doing the same thing, but definitely Jon. Even though he has, no PP. Yeah, poor Varys, man. Poor Varys. Unfortunate. LOL. MP Dagger. Yeah, Varys is like Littlefinger, but instead of wanting the throne, he has been manipulating it in his favor. That is why he's alive and Littlefinger is dead. I feel like he is a prophet of the Lord of Light. Yeah. I know there's something with him when it comes to like religion. But that's a really good point. He has used the throne for his best interest and not necessarily to try to win the throne and overtake the throne. And that was Littlefinger's downfall. Littlefinger thought he had played his cards perfectly, and he didn't. I'm waiting for Melisandre to come back. Her story isn't over, and I wonder where she is at this point in the story. I think she's going to redeem herself and help Westeros. Chewbacca, you know how I feel about Melisandre. I don't care for her character. I hope she doesn't come back. I hate her. I think she's annoying. The whole Lord of Light business is ridiculous. We'll see. I do think she'll come back. Well, do I think she'll redeem herself? I think if she shows up to Jon Snow, if she helps him win the battle. If she shows up during the battle, I think all will be forgiven. But if not, if she comes back afterwards, she's dead. She's gonna die. Dany answered Sam's question about her throne. She implied Sam and Bran were liars. Varys had said he will do what is best for the realm. I think Dany will prove herself cruel. Yeah, Dany, she's not playing her cards right. She's a little too overconfident in her ability. And she believes way too much in herself, and that's going to be her biggest downfall. I really have started to just detest Danny. I really just don't like her as much as I used to, and it's sad. But she's power hungry. I mean, when you want something so bad and you almost have it conquered, I mean, it's hard to kind of give up. That Arya scene was very strange to watch. I understand the arc, but seeing her grow since she was like 12 was kind of creepy. Yeah, it was weird. I mean, it was weird. I've said it a million times. It was weird. But, I mean, all we can do is just figure out, I don't know. Just move on. I don't know. I didn't think they were going to go that route, but they did it. Okay. Okay. Jerome Flynn, who plays Braun, is a great singer. Really, Neil, I will check out that video. Thanks for sending me the link, man. I appreciate it. OMG, Brandon Podrick's song talked about Jenny playing with ghosts equals Cersei ruling over dead people. Sorry, all caps. Ooh, I'll listen to it. I got to watch the episode again. I got to listen to the lyrics more so this time. But yeah, if there's something there, I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. She was with ghosts or something in that song. It was similar to the Reign of Castamere song. Yeah, it was very similar to the other song, Reign of Castamere. I don't remember when that was played, but I do faintly remember the song. Very faintly. We will see if this Lord of Light deal is for reals. Yeah, we will. I don't think it is. I think it's kind of a load of baloney. I think there's some witchcraft going on. I don't care if the dude has come back to life 19 times. There's some witchcraft stuff going on for sure. Knowing the show writers, I think they're trying to send us down the wrong path. Really? A lot of the writers and directors are the same. Like they cycle through like the same, like it seems, I don't know, 12 writers and directors. So I feel, what do you mean by wrong path, MP? Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts on wrong path. Because I feel like whatever we get, I feel like it's going to be justified. The whole thing about Varys stating he saw the fire turn blue once his balls burn as to hint on something. I think it's part of the reason he's so afraid of Melisandre, or however you spell her name. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Varys has always been an interesting character, for sure. He's a spider. There's parts of me that believe him, and then there's parts of me that don't believe him, because he says some pretty incredible stuff at times where it's like, does he really know what he's talking about? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Good point, though. I know that they filmed like 7-9 endings, so even the cast have no clue. They probably do now, so it's 100% going to be something we'd never expect. Yeah, I know that they filmed a bunch of endings too, and I know that they did what like Star Wars and Avengers and stuff do. Like they'll black out certain parts of other characters, so like certain people don't know. I was watching an interview with Kit Harington, who plays Jon Snow, and he was with Stephen Colbert. I think it was on the Stephen Colbert show, and they were talking about like the ending, and he goes, well, I'm not going to tell you the ending, obviously. He goes, I literally had guessed every single ending but the one that we ended up getting. And he said that it was like he had to walk, like I think there was him and was it Maisie Williams? Him and somebody else, it might have even been Sophie Turner, but they had to walk away. They had to like walk outside and go for a walk because they just couldn't, they were like distraught a little bit with the ending. Like they couldn't believe it ended the way that it did, and it was kind of emotional. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Looking forward to it. Only 4 more episodes, but I'm also like, I don't want it to happen because I love the show. I think the Lord of Light stuff was annoying at first, but I think that Jon is the prince or king or whatever that they're referencing in that prophecy. Yeah. That's the only thing Melisandre ever did right, in my opinion, and bring Jon back. But she's a witch. So, yeah, the Lord of Light business, I think it's dumb, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out if it's real. I'm sorry, guys. I've been talking a lot. So it's like, my mouth cannot speak words. MP Dagger, that song, I knew it. Thanks for the find. Yeah, MP, dude, thanks so much, man. You're awesome. Can Bran change history while seeing he's not supposed to interfere, but I don't think he can, Laundry. I think if he stays too long, there's going to be problems. Like he'll get stuck there. I don't think he can change history per se. I think history has kind of already done itself. And I feel like that episode where the original Three-Eyed Raven kind of was sitting down with him and telling him how it works, kind of proved that he can't change certain things. I think he even says it too when younger Ned is going to walk up the stairs to see his sister, and he turns because he hears Bronn, or he hears like the wind or whatever, and Bronn goes, "Oh, he heard me," and he goes, "No, he didn't hear you. You know, it's in the past. You can't change the past. He just, you know, it was the wind or something." So, I mean, it's interesting, but I don't think he can. Caesar, I think Dany might become more Mad Queen as she loses more people in Dragons to the Night King. Plus, Jon being one of her threats to the throne, since that has been her biggest goal for the show. Yeah, Dany is she's annoying. I can't stand her character, and I hope she dies. Just remember when the last books came out, the stories may be quite different in who is alive or not. Yeah, if the last books ever get finished, I at this point, I feel like what's the point of George R. R. Martin finishing the books? Because it's like, I feel like the story that he was going to tell, like the way it's ending, he has consulted with Wise and Benioff a lot, and I feel like he's just going to be like, that's the ending. Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of people would be upset too watching the show, and then he comes out with the last two books and the ending is different. I feel like a lot of people are like, wait a second, what? How'd that happen? But I don't know. It'd be interesting, Neil. Melisandre brought Jon back because the Lord of Light wasn't done with him yet. Yeah, yep, that's true. I don't think she knew. She might have known more than she was letting on, but again, she's a witch. I don't know. Okay, the theory is that the old Three-Eyed Raven tried to warn the Mad King of the Walkers and made him. Well, mad. That's why he wants to burn everything. That's also why Ned looks back when Bran calls. Okay, Dagger. All right. Bran can manipulate the future, but it makes people go mad. Laundry Day, if that answers your question. All right, there you go. There you go, Laundry Day. Dagger knows more than me. Dagger is the man. He should be running the show right now. I don't know why I am. I'm not qualified. Dagger, that is insane. Yes, thanks. Kind of want it to be true now. Haha. Who was your favorite character of the series as a whole? Mine was between Robb and Ned Stark. Also, the first episode I ever watched was The Red Wedding with my brother. We both never read books. That was your first episode? The Red Wedding? Oh, man, what a hard episode to watch. My favorite character is Tyrion. It's no secret. Tyrion's my favorite character. He always will be. Yeah, I loved Robb. I loved Ned, but at the end of the day, it's Tyrion. It always comes down to Tyrion. And then my second favorite is probably the Hound, and then, you know, Tormund and, you know, Jon Snow and all them. But yeah, Tyrion's my favorite. Bran shouts to young Ned and notice the look on the old Three-Eyed Raven's face. He looks like he doesn't want Bran to know because of something he did. I'll watch that video again, Dagger. Thank you. Thank you so much for that comment. I don't trust Bran. Something seems off. Tyrion, Arya, and Jaime are my favorite characters. Awesome. Yeah, I love that you put Tyrion in there. I don't trust Bran. Something seems off. I don't know. I just feel like Bran is he's different. You know, he's not really like a human per se. He's not like the same person that he was. I'm starting to buy into this theory that he's the Night King. I don't know, guys. Like, I might be crazy, but I'm kind of starting to buy into it a little bit more. It just sounds more and more right to me. And it kind of makes sense. It kind of be interesting. Like, he's the Night King from the future, and that's why he has such a connection with the Night King. Well, I'm a book reader first, and I enjoy the show, but the books are so much better. Awesome, Neil. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm not a huge book reader, and I was like, oh, Game of Thrones, like, I'd totally be interested in reading those books, and 1,000-some pages each. I'm like, I'll just stick to the show. I'm not a big reader. My favorite book ever is The Great Gatsby. So if that is any consolation, there you go. That's true. The whole history is what got me sucked in. Yeah, the history of the show, the mythology and everything is so cool. They're actually coming out with a prequel series, which is going to be awesome. Naomi Watts is actually signed on, I think, to play one of the lead characters. So I'm looking forward to that because I like the history and, you know, diving into like the different families and all that stuff. It's awesome. But yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure. Yeah, the history is so cool. It's so vast too. Who doesn't trust Bran? I mean, Bran he's interesting. That's for sure. P.S. Purple Wedding happened on my 19th birthday. Best gift ever. Really? Wow. And you said that was your first episode. Yeah, dude. What a first episode. That was a really hard episode to watch. I'm not going to lie. That was really hard to watch. It was heartbreaking. But I guess it was a good 19th birthday for you, man. I think when that episode came out, how old was I? I was like 18, 17, somewhere around there. So we're about the same age, Caesar. That's what I was hinting at. There's a major connection between him and the Night King. Yeah, I'm starting to buy into it, Chewbacca. I really am. I don't know what it is, but it could make sense. It really could. That is like absolutely no consolation, LOL, but thanks for sharing. The Great Cats. Yeah, dude. I know a lot of people aren't like one of my humanities teachers my humanities teacher last semester told me, he's like, yeah, I hate The Great Gatsby, but I don't know. I like The Great Gatsby. It's short. It's dramatic. It's like a soap opera, but it's fun. I don't know. I like it. But I'm not like a huge book reader. So the last book I read was Les Mis, and I had to read that for humanities. It was all right, but it was a little slow. But it wasn't. It was an abridged version, so I didn't have to read the whole like 1,000 some page one. It was like 400 pages maybe. Why'd the Night King want to kill himself? Also, the marking he put on Bran to know where he is kind of weird though. Night King want to kill himself. I don't know. Good question. I know he made his followers. He made his army, which makes sense. But I don't know. Did he want to kill himself? I don't know. I don't think he wants to kill Bran at all. Yeah, I don't think he wants to kill Bran either. He wants him for some reason, but I don't think to kill him. I think it's because he knows that Bran has like a lot of knowledge. You know, Bran is a very smart person, and so he's the three-eyed raven. He can see things, and I think the Night King might want to use that, even though, you know, the Night King just wants to erase humanity. So we'll see. Bran is the memory of the world. He said it himself. He is a connection to the past in real time. The Night King wants a never-ending night, so killing him is in his interest, but I don't think Bran is him. Okay, Dagger. I like that. Maybe he just wants to play cards with him. Maybe. I binge watched the rest of the series after the Red Wedding, and watching it made me like Robb Stark even more. You watched the beginning too, right, Caesar? I'm sure you did. Yeah, Robb Stark was a great character, and I love Richard Madden. If you have not seen Bodyguard, the show that he's in after Game of Thrones, watch Bodyguard. He is amazing in that show. He's so good, and that's, I mean, the dude. There's talks about him possibly playing the next Bond. I would totally be down for that. I love Richard Madden. He was fantastic in the show. I miss him for sure. I got to go, guys. Going to rewatch the episode, but thanks for another great stream. Yeah, thank you, Chewbacca. Thanks for coming in, and hope to see you next week. Yeah, thanks for watching. We saw the Night King being made, and he didn't look. See ya, man. See ya, dude. Yeah. Was that the Night King though? It didn't look like the Night King. It looked like just some random White Walker. But I'll watch your video though. I will watch that. I predict there will not be a monarchy. The end will focus on the people really being hurt, the regular people voting for their leaders. Yeah, it could be the end of. I didn't even think about that. That's a good evaluation. And democracy begins. By the way, I am totally rewatching tonight's episode, and yes, Bodyguard is superior. Yeah, Bodyguard is awesome. Take Neil's word for it. It's awesome. It's such a good episode. Yeah, Neil, you enjoyed that episode. I'll watch it tomorrow. See you next week. Chewbacca. Thanks for stopping in. Bodyguard twist in the end is insane. Hope for a second season. Same with Bond having a Scottish guy back in the role. Yeah, Bodyguard twist at the end was pretty crazy. I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it, but definitely check out Bodyguard. It is a really good show. Yeah, don't worry, Neil. I'm not gonna spoil it. And yeah, it's a really good show though. But the second season, I did hear something that the second season could happen. So we'll see. It was only supposed to be like a limited series, but because of how popular it got, I think it was like the #1 show in Britain or something like that. Or in England. So it could definitely. There's a big possibility it'll have a season 2, and I hope so. No spoilers, please. Yep. Fact you can't lie while near a weirwood you can't lie while near a weirwood tree. And there's a theory Bran, Bloodraven, and the Night King make up the three-eyed raven. They're all the memory of the world. In a way, they're all one. There's a theory Bran, Bloodraven, and the Night King make up the three-eyed raven. Oh, ooh, Brandon, you might be onto something. That's cool, man. Is there anything we've missed? What do you mean missed, Dagger? Like in the episode? Or missed talking about maybe? I don't know. I mean, Jamie was on trial at the beginning of the episode. We didn't really talk about that, but I liked how Sansa was like, well, I trust, Brienne of Tarth. I really like that. And I liked how bold she was, man. She ain't taking crap from nobody. Sansa is being independent, and I think that's awesome. I'm like 4 episodes in. Neil, enjoy it, dude. Enjoy it. It's so good. I couldn't stop watching it, to be honest. I think there's 6 or 7 or I don't even know, 8 episodes, something like that. Yeah, dude, you're getting close. It's really good. And all-knowing since no one can lie near the weirwood tree. The guy who plays Barristan Selmy is all over British TV shows. Oh, was he in Bodyguard? Wait, Bloodraven was a three-eyed raven, but I agree with that. Bran and the Night King are part of the three eyes, but I don't know who the third is. Maybe the children. I never even thought of that. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. You just blew my mind. You guys have blown my mind. Just to clarify, watched Red Wedding as my first episode, and I binge watched from season 1, end of season 3 over the next weekend. Oh, gotcha. That's awesome, man. What a way to start. Yeah, season 1 was good. I think it was it's not my favorite season. I think my favorite season's probably like season 2 and 3. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in those seasons, but yeah, season 1's great. I didn't find Arya and Gendry annoying at all. Really? Interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, I didn't find it annoying. I just found it weird that they would do certain things. Someone else from Game of Thrones was in Bodyguard, I think. Yeah. It was the dude. I know who you're talking about. He was the friend of Richard Madden's character. This is not a spoiler, guys. The one that has like the burnt mark or whatever from War. He was in the Red Wedding episode. He actually kills. I think he ends up killing Talisa Stark. I'm pretty sure. And what's funny is Richard Madden. It's not funny, but Richard Madden did a video where he watched that clip and he actually said that. So that was kind of interesting. How sad would it be to see a zombie Hodor and for the characters to see their? Oh my gosh, zombie Hodor, man. I would be so sad. I love Hodor so much. That would be really hard to watch. The sniper and Bodyguard was a good. Yeah. Okay, Affray. I feel like we'll see several White Walkers we recognize. MP Dagger. Yeah, I think so too, but I really hope it's not Hodor. That would just be really sad, really depressing. Well, I think I'm the old man in this chat. Hey, we're all Game of Thrones fans united. Yes, we are, guys, and Game of Thrones is awesome. I'm going to take maybe I'll stop at 2 hours and 10 minutes, so I'll go for another 2 minutes. Yeah, I've been talking for a lot, and it's just my voice is kind of getting shot, and I'm kind of ready to go to bed because I have classes tomorrow. So, yeah. But yeah, send in your last comments, and we'll get through them really quick. Just again, I want to plug my channel one more time. Make sure you subscribe down below if you're into these types of videos, and if you want to be up to date with everything that I'm doing. And know when I'm live streaming again and talking like this on Game of Thrones and, building this small community that we have, which is awesome. Subscribe, like this video, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I do post a lot more content. I'll be posting Avengers Endgame stuff later this week. So definitely look forward to that. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, all right. Feel like Sansa is Cersei Jr. Yeah, she's a boss, but she's better than Cersei. She's taken a lot of crap. Aren't all of the White Walkers on horses Craster's kids? They're the ones that carry the ice spears that break through iron swords. They can't break Valyrian Sea. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Sansa's in the mix of Sansa's a mix of Littlefinger and Cersei. I also would say she's the mix of Ned Stark too, because she is merciful and she understands a lot of things. She can implement strategy really well. But I do agree with that. She is a mix of Littlefinger and Cersei. I will see you in the future. Thanks for hosting this. I subscribe. Thank you, Neil. Dude, come back next week and we'll talk more Game of Thrones. It's awesome. I have spring break, so 1 week of awesomeness. Dude, have fun with that. That's awesome. I'm jealous. I just got done with spring break, so it's unfortunate. Also, if you're down, I'd love to co-host a stream anytime. Yeah, dude. Let me know. Send me a message, and we'll figure it out. Figure out the details. I'm totally down for that. That'd be a lot of fun, and we can, just talk Game of Thrones. What dead character would you bring back to life if you could? Ooh, Hodor and Robb Stark. Yeah, Brandon there. Thanks, Dagger. Yeah, guys, so that's it. I'm going to end this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a lot of fun. Again, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and thank you guys so much for commenting and chatting up Game of Thrones. I will be back here next week, so definitely stay tuned for that. And you would bring back Robb Stark. That's awesome, Caesar, because I would too. But yeah, come back next week. I'll be talking about episode 3, Battle for Winterfell, which I'm so looking forward to. I cannot wait. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next, I guess, the next stream, or if you subscribe, the next video. Peace out, guys. For the throne.